Hi, I'm Sandy Rose.
Hi, I'm Pastor William James, and we're the owners of WVTC Gospel Radio Network.
And I'm Ramon Perry, president of WVTC.
WVTC Gospel Radio Network is again a candidate for the Stellar Gospel Music Awards for Internet Radio Station of the Year, and we need your vote.
Go to www.thestellarawards.com and click on the 2023 Radio Station Awards ballot.
Once you're on the ballot, look for the category Internet Radio Station of the Year and cast your vote for WVTC Gospel Radio Network. You must vote in every category for the ballot to count.
Voting is limited to 2 per household, and voting closes on April 10th. We thank you for voting for WVTC Gospel Radio Network, and we ask that God's choicest blessings be upon you and your household.
Remember, we're WVTC Gospel Radio Network, where
we're winning victory
through Christ.
Here's a little song that I used to hear the Pilgrim Wonder sing. Song goes something like this. Listen here. Gather around, people, and lend me ear. I got a story you should hear. When I was a little boy, I had a dream that I was climbing up the ladder where my Savior lived. Oh, I'm climbing up the ladder. Where my Savior y'all can clap your hands. I'm climbing up the ladder where my Savior lives. Oh, I'm climbing up the ladder where my Savior lives. Climbing up the ladder. Let me tell you what happened to me. Listen here. When I was a little boy, my first time in church, I heard a voice said, "Come to Jesus." I stood right there with tears in my eyes. A change feeling had come over me. I had to take each step patiently, not even knowing where I would be. But now here I am. I'm all grown up. I'm climbing up the ladder. I can almost see the top. Climbing up the ladder where my Savior lives. Oh, I'm climbing up the ladder where my Savior lives. Oh, I'm climbing up the ladder where my Savior lives. I got to climb up the ladder. Let me say it one more time. Listen here. When I was a little boy, first time in church, I heard a voice saying, "Come to Jesus." I stood right there with tears in my eyes. Change feeling had come over me. I had to take each step patiently, not even knowing where I would be. But now here I am. I'm all.
There's another person inside of you. A healthy person, a fit person screaming to get out. Time Fitness will help you find that fit person. Time Fitness clients eat to live, not live to eat. 95% of you dream of a flat stomach but have no clue on how to make that happen. Time Fitness is the master of making that stomach disappear. Want to look younger? Time Fitness. Isn't it time you take care of you? Contact us now for a free 2-pound protein powder meal replacement, 2 free guest passes, 1-time free Time Fitness t-shirt. Each client gets personal training guide and workout journal. Time Fitness will help you live a healthy lifestyle and improve your quality of life. www.tymefitness.com 773-458-5084. Living out of town? No problem. Time Fitness can still work with you each month. Ask us how. Time Fitness. www.timefitness.com.
The fall and winter fashion seasons are upon us. Time Underground Furs have every coat you need to be unique and stand out in the crowd. From furs, minks, leather, suede, vests with the fur, blue jean jackets with fur, cashmere, and wool coats, with over 350 coats to choose from. Rarely will you see two of the same coat. Quality coats and excellent customer service is first and foremost. Our entire inventory is wholesale priced. You never pay full price. Every coat is 25% or more less than any other store that sells fur coats. Why pay retail when you can buy the same coat for wholesale and save hundreds of dollars? Time Underground Furs also sells to other stores at wholesale prices. We also have very nice pre-owned, slightly worn furs. We lease our coats for all types of events and have 30-day layaway only. The mission is to take the coats out of our store and put them in your closet or store. Wearing a mink or unique coat transforms you to the best version of yourself, and everyone wants a fur coat. Time Underground Furs is here to make that happen. We do appointments only. Time Underground Furs, located in River Oaks Mall in Calumet City, 708-252-1434. That's 708-252-1434. Or check out our website at www.tymeundergroundfurs.com. It's time to purchase a fur from Time Underground Furs. It's time to introduce you to Time, T-Y-M-E, the guy who is unique and multi-talented and confident. The mission, to satisfy clients and give...
All right. Good evening. How y'all doing this evening? If you seeing and you hearing us today, then you are blessed as we're blessed. Amen. We're here another Monday, you all, with the good news with Elder Miller and co-host Dorian H. Nash. We are so happy to be in the house. Pew, pew, pew. We're in the building. So we're loving it. And God has truly been good to us because we're still here.
Yep.
And man, another Monday, he's allowed us to have the grace and mercy that he stored upon us. So before we get into it, you all, we want to start it off, as always, with our favorite scripture here at the Good News with Elder Miller. Is Luke 14, chapter 23 says, and the servants, right? I had used that for a skit yesterday. And I was telling somebody, we were talking about being an evangelist. Mm-hmm. And I said, it's just as simple as I did when I talked about it. Good evening. How you doing, Reynard? We were talking about how easy it is to be an evangelist because people always talk about what they're not. And I asked everybody in the church, I said, okay, if you're a servant of the Most High, raise your hand. Mm-hmm. And I said, good. Everybody in the church raised their hand. Come on. So now. I say, guess what? You are a servant. Mm-hmm. Because at the end of the day, God has commissioned us to do something. Come on. And that is to take the word to the hedgeways and the highways and the byways, that my house may be filled with the word of God. So guess what? We are the servants. So guess what? We are the ones taking the word where? To the hedgeways and highways and the byways. Mm-hmm. So guess what? That means that you are an evangelist. So with that being said, we talked about it yesterday, and I was telling them just how easy it was to evangelize. I had Willetta Taylor, one of our former members, and also someone I grew up with in my neighborhood. She actually met Pastor Dalcor and them last week. Okay. Did her last 7 words at a church in Harvey, and basically it looked like a New Jerusalem reunion because just about everybody from New Jerusalem showed up and showed Pastor Dalcor some love. And I asked her, she said, man, you know what? I'm looking for a church home. And I said, well, man, I said, come on by and visit us at Life Church. You know, I said, we're a small church with big hearts. And show you how awesome God is. She wound up coming. And I asked her, would she want to be a part of my skit? So I used her in the skit. Oh, look at that. Yeah, right on in work. Right on in. So then basically what she did was I was showing them just how simple it is to be an evangelist. Good evening, Tanisha, a.k.a. assistant. Good evening. So I was telling them how easy it was to be an evangelist, right? And so I had her come up. She came up. I say, so when I saw you, what was our conversation about? Mm-hmm. And she said, hey, Elder, hey, Pastor, how you doing? And I said, I'm doing fine. And she was like, man, I'm looking for a church home. I said, well, man, come on visit us at Light Church. Well, I'm seeing Pastor Isaac B. Green.
Yeah.
We're a small church with big hearts. And she said, you know what? I'm going to do that. So she wound up coming, and I asked her what she wanted, be a part of the skit that I was going to do. So she came up, and we pretty much discussed that. She showed up at church. Now, show you how God works, right? Mm-hmm. Pastor said, if anybody's first time here at Life Church, please stand up. Right? And he didn't even know that she was my friend or anything.
Okay.
He blessed her with these sweatshirts that we have for sale. I'm talking about really nice light shirt pullover. And he blessed her with that, right?
Okay.
And so I'm sorry. Okay. So and he didn't even know.
Wow.
Right. And so he didn't even know that she was going to be a part of my skit or anything. So the point that I'm making is, and then I asked people, I said, you know what? If anybody is in the audience and you're connected to the Millers, please stand. And a lot of people.
So basically, the church.
It's pretty much. So, and that's what I was trying to point that I was making. So basically, it ain't you hitting people with scriptures and, you got a big cross around your neck or whatever like that. It's pretty much just sharing your testimony and just telling somebody how good God has been to you.
Come on.
So that's what I did. And guess what? She wound up there. And she called, I texted her and told her, I really appreciate you coming out. Sure. And she said she had a really good time. So preferably she'll come back.
Come on now. That's
what it's all about, you all. So,
but you know what? We would be remiss. Mm-hmm. And I love that you shared this story, but we also got to talk about, isn't today the last day that you can vote for the Stellar Awards?
Yes, the 10th.
Today is the 10th, right?
Yeah.
So listen, y'all, those of you that are listening, we need you to go online right now, right? Mm-hmm. And I want to pull it up, right, because it's been showing on the
because they also got we updated, girl. We got the QR code.
We got a QR code. Maybe our producer can put that up on the screen for us. Code. Because if you're listening and you're the sound of our voice, listen, we appreciate your support.
Absolutely.
We're thankful for your support, and we need your support.
Yeah.
We'd like to keep this, going. We won last year. If you are happy with the content that you're getting, and we believe that you are,
yes,
that you will join in this campaign with us and vote for WVTC Gospel Radio. We need you again. We need your support.
Yes.
So we want you to. Where can they go to vote while we're trying to find the QR code?
I believe it's www.stellaaward.com, right? And then they go to WVTC Gospel. Oh, he has it up. It's up there.
Okay.
Thank you, producer.
So yes, go to, what does it say? TheStellaAwards.com. Go down to see the ballot for radio station. Go down to section 5 and vote for WVTC. Gospel Radio.
Winning victory through Jesus Christ.
On.
Yes.
So, and I'm sure other guests and our previous people that have been on air have also probably shared as well. Yes. But we just want to make sure that as we close out tonight.
Yes, you all please do that.
Please do it. Do it right now while you're listening.
Right. Vote. Oh, yeah, and share. Please share with someone, your neighbor, your friend, your cousin, your uncle, anybody that you know that can get a vote out there for us. And because we want to each my prayer is, my wife just asked me this the other day. I believe it was one day last week. She said, "What is your goal for the radio show?" I'll say, to be totally honest, I know some of the owners, they're pushing for big audiences and things of that nature. Sure. But my thing is syndication, so that we can reach the masses, the world.
Come on,
you know what I'm saying? And just getting everything that God has for us.
Well, that's the thing. It's just being able. It may seem like, well, what's the big thing about syndication? But that's major.
Oh, absolutely.
That is major. Yeah. So we're excited. But I think we also need to give a praise report.
Yeah.
And praise report in regard, we're talking about, I want to have the permission to share about your family. Kind of had a scare.
Yeah.
But it seems like it's on the come up.
Oh, yeah.
God has showed up and showed out.
Yes,
so,
yes, Lord. Yes,
your son was in the hospital. It has been in the hospital.
Oh, he's still in the hospital.
Still in the hospital.
Yeah.
But they weren't quite sure what was going on with him with his appendix, and there were some complications. But it has. God said, not so.
Not so. Hey,
okay.
Man, come on
now. So now he's on the mend, and they have identified whatever the issue is, and he is going to be fine.
Yes, absolutely.
He's going to come up out of there.
There you go. Thank you for that. And also, I want to tell you all too. Matter of fact, I just left the hospital, and both my daughters are there, And my son just got up and walked today, so that I was so giddy with that today. And they said he's doing real well. He's probably got about a month or two of recovery, but at the end of the day, but God saw fit that
we love recovery.
Oh man, God saw fit that he shall make 100%, 150% turnaround, and God
will be 180.
180, yeah. I said 150. Oh, I got to give him the other 30%. Hey, God, hey, won't he do it? Won't he do it? Also, Pastor Dalcourt came up today and paid us a visit. My auntie was there. Auntie Beverly, my Uncle Durrell was there. Like I said, my daughters came in. My wife stayed the other night. Erica stayed. My daughters, everybody has been staying, showing my son nothing but major love, and he deserves it.
Yeah,
because Travis loves on everybody, and
everybody, much like his dad.
Yeah, much like his dad. He loves on everybody, especially when your heat out, or you or in the summertime when you hot. That's the man. That's who you call. Everybody know he called. And a lot of times Travis will actually talk to you on the phone if you're not scared or afraid to go check on your furnace or heater or whatever it is. He'll talk you through it over the phone. I don't know many people that would do that first and foremost for free. A lot of times he will do that for free. Yeah, that's the type of heart that he has. And that's why I say that I know that God allowed him to be totally healed because it was his season. Come on. Right? Because he's sown plenty seeds. So it's his time. What's going on, son? How you doing? They go, Brandon. Yeah, Travis is doing real good. Hey, Cheryl, how you doing tonight? Yep. Y'all please share. Please share. And let people know that we're on. Please do that for me.
I think we should also let people know that right now we're just having a conversation with ourselves and with you guys. We do anticipate having a virtual guest in the 7:30 hour. Yes. So, I know that you really enjoy those. We do too. Yes. But right now, sometimes it's just good to talk and have conversation. Oh, yeah. And give those praise reports and things like that. I have a bit of news.
Oh yeah, but before you do that, I want to do this too. Go ahead. My niece, which is her daughter. Yes. She probably gonna say something about it. Yeah, but I wanted to. She had a birthday this Saturday, right?
Yes, she did.
Brunch, birthday brunch.
She's officially 21.
Yeah. Oh Jesus, we might get the shotgun ready.
And so it was a lovely time. I just want to give a shout out to Maya Nash. That's my daughter turned 21. And when I think about her heart, I just want to share this because again, I'm just being mom and I'm gushing over my little girl, so just bear with me. So last year, year before my oldest daughter turned 21, I was able to take her. We had a trip to New York, and I took her on a shopping spree, and I took her to a concert, and we just had a good old time. Right. And that's what she wanted, right? And I wanted to do, what it was for her birthday. And it was just a cherished moment for me that she wanted to spend her 21st birthday with her mom. Yeah. Okay? Oh, Jesus. So that in itself was amazing. Right. And so for this year, I said, okay, Maya, where are we going? What you want to do? And she was like, nah, I don't want to do none of that. Right. I said, well, babe, we got to celebrate you. What you want? And she's like, can we just have a cool get together brunch at your house? Right. And with people that love me. Wow. That's all I want. Man, that says a lot about her character, and that says a lot about how she's grown. And that's exactly what we did, right? Yeah, and we just had a funky good time. Right, there you go. Okay. Sometimes it's the simple things in life. It's the simple things. Yeah. Now imagine we had greens, beans, potatoes. Right, all the trimmings. Right. But for real though, shout out to Chef Lenore and Mr. Robert Parker who worked. I had it catered. Okay. And, man, I hate I missed it. Man, I hate I missed it. They did an amazing job. I want to give them a shout out. And they came in and they showed up and showed out. Wow. Okay. Yeah. So we had, I'm just gonna tell y'all the menu. Right. So Right. Why you gonna do that? So we had the cheesy grits, not just the grits, but the cheesy grits. Okay. Yeah. I'm sorry. But yeah, okay. We had the French toast with the strawberry compote or the peach. Oh, stop. Okay. Stop it. We had crab cakes. We had chicken and biscuits. We had smothered potatoes. We had maple bacon. Then we had chicken sausage, right? Then we had omelets to your order. They made omelets on site for like if you said I want spinach and ham, whatever you want. They made them. Now, did they use your stove or did they bring they brought their own? Yeah, they were also they was all self-contained. Sweet. And then we had mimosas.
Oh,
and
man.
it was just lovely.
Sound like y'all had a good time.
We had a good time.
Yeah,
we had a really good time. I had to kick them kids out my house.
Yeah, I know you did.
They was,
you like that? They probably
like,
was like, "What up,
yeah,
though?
They was like, this is
we gonna
nice,
break. We gonna break in.
man.
You got a nice pad him in there, man."
But it was lovely, lovely, lovely. She has some great friends, and we just had a really low key time together. And because this is what I thought. I thought, okay, I see you ain't slick.
Right.
You gonna get mom out the way.
Right.
At the brunch, and then you gonna go and just go kick it.
Right.
But she was at my house till about 6 o'clock that evening.
Wow.
Right.
Yeah.
I said, "What you gonna do?" She said, "I'm going back home. I'm gonna sleep off this
right.
all this good food.
Right.
I said, "You're not going out?" She said, "I don't think so."
Right.
And she didn't.
Right.
She just continued to hang out with her friends. And I was
cool.
Man, that is just
that's dope.
Right.
That's dope. Yeah.
I was just like,
well,
what?
That shows a lot about how she was raised. And then, like I said, once again, I show her care. Like when we hung out for your award event, she just kept blowing my mind. She was like, "I'm just enjoying this. I'm just enjoying y'all company." We just had so much fun.
Yeah.
I mean, and it's the small things. You know what I'm saying? And I'm learning that more and more.
Yeah.
While we right there too, I would be remiss, you all. I want to also have you all to please continue to keep my wife in your prayers, because we're going through a lot. You know what I'm saying? And my wife is a strong woman, but at the end of the day, she still needs prayer. She still needs encouragement. Yeah. We still have to hope her through as well. And my dad, all our family, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Losing moms. So when I tell you all, it's nothing but the grace of God that we continue to stand strong with family. You know what I'm saying? The small people are still calling, checking on us and stuff like that. Yeah. So it's been amazing. I don't take anything for granted. And I'm just happy for the people that are surrounded by us, and my church family. Oh my God. And my family. I mean, just everybody has done a yeoman's job of checking on us. So I'm loving on it. You know what I'm saying? So, but at the end of the day, you all, life be lifing.
Life be life.
It be life. So with that being said, what you got something to share, sis?
Well, I feel like I'm part Jamaican because I got so many jobs. Right. And right now I just want to share this with somebody who might need to hear it. Sometimes you can be pushed. Well, a lot of times we can be pushed out of our comfort zone, and we have to make a decision about whether we're gonna allow ourselves to be pushed out that comfort zone.
Yeah.
And so I love being here at WVTC Radio, and I'm going to continue to be here at WVTC Radio. But I got another opportunity. I'm going to be on WVON once a month.
Whoa! Come on now!
And this is the thing about God. Right. So, I've been saying, when we talk about being through a lot, this past year has been tumultuous.
Yeah, right. Okay, absolutely.
For me personally, and I've shared a bit of that.
Right.
And so I've had to kind of like restart my life over.
Yeah.
And that's not always easy to do when you're already something years old. You know what I mean?
Right. I like the way down.
I'm a woman of a certain age. Right. And so, but God gets the glory that I have been able to do so and come out on the other side.
Yeah.
But I know I'm not the only woman that goes through that.
Right.
And again, it's not just strictly about women, but obviously from my perspective.
Right.
And so I said, man, it would be great if I could just have some of these conversations with other women and things like that. And so all of a sudden I get this phone call, dear friend of mine, James Parker, who runs organizations 1921 Co-working.
Okay.
Which is in pays homage. He's been on the show.
Yeah.
Pays homage to 1921 Black Wall Street.
Right.
He says, sis, look, I got this radio opportunity. And you were one of the first people I thought about.
Wow.
And he said, what you want to do? And I said, I want to talk about finance. And so we are premiering the show in May. And we'll talk about it some more. But it's once a month. So it ain't going to interfere.
Right. Praise God.
But praise God. But it's once a month. And for about 7 to 8 minutes for that month, it's called Money Talks.
Okay.
And so when them dollars ain't making sense, right? And so between our friends Brandon from Access Capital and
Sandy Lee,
and so so I want to bring on different people and just have some quick tidbits that will help people that will help people kind of maneuver, in particular, so the demographics like 35 to 55,
right?
Particularly women,
right?
But brothers can hear this too.
Oh, for sure.
There's no shame in that game, and just really, find ways that we can build community online, and so that we can share our victory stories.
Okay.
Financially, because again, I think so many times. And it's a good thing. We gotta pray. That's what we gotta do. We gotta be spiritual. But there's a mental, there's a physical, and there's a financial part to all of us.
Yes.
And so that's what I'm excited about.
Yeah.
About being able to produce that. So y'all just pray for your sister.
Right. Oh yeah, for sure.
And I'll give you further details in terms of the first initial show. But it's going to be on WVON AM station. Was that 1690? 1390. And we're in good company. I forgot that I heard Kent when he first started. He started at WVON, and so we're in good company. So I'm super excited about that, and to God bless James Parker for just calling his sister, saying, hey. So there's a group of us. There's about 12 other shows that he's doing.
Okay.
And like I said, I get to do like a 7-minute spot.
Right.
Right. So yeah.
That's awesome. It is, because I'm happy, glad, and excited for it, because the reason I'm so excited for you is because that, like you said, it's things are happening that's pushing us out of our comfort zone.
Yep.
And we learning more and more, because I'm gonna tell you some of the things that I'm doing right now in my life. I wouldn't have thought that I would be. For one, I would have never thought I'd be on. This is our second year on the radio, on WVTC. I would have never thought, because when it first was presented to me, I actually pushed it off on you, and that adopted the mic check. So so I'm excited about it, and like you say, God is doing some other things. I'm a certain age, but
and that's all right, y'all.
Right. So God is reinventing me as well, to do some different things and stuff like that. I'm excited about you talking about finances, because I'm online with this particular finance social media app that I'm on, and the gentleman has talked about he's always getting good gems, and his is 3 minutes.
Okay,
he'll hit you with 3 gems. Okay. Not 3 gems, but it's 3 minutes.
3 minutes, gems. Right.
And one of them was, he said, we also have to create 3 forms of income.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. And that's what I'm striving towards now, is to create 3 forms of income. You know what I'm saying? So I won't be subject to what's going on in today's society, because in a minute, they've already said it, that the US dollar is going to be worth nothing, pretty much. And they're pushing towards the digital currency. And they're doing that as we speak. Right.
Yeah, it's been going on for a while.
Yeah, because last week, I guess, China and
South
Africa.
I think China and Russia. And, Russia. I don't know if it's Israel, a country in the Middle East, had already been doing it, but South Africa recently joined. Joined this past year, and that's what got people going. Oh my God.
Yeah.
And don't get me wrong, I think there's some cause for concern. But one economist that I saw recently, and I can't remember the person's name at the moment, but said, listen, yes, we do, be mindful. Right. Don't just do, risky investments. He says, but his word was, listen, the dollar in itself, in terms of that they're using as currency, may have changed, but we don't get scared until because of the money that we owe, we still owe it in US dollars. Right. He says, that's when you get scared, when they change how it is, the financing on the back end. He says, now they change that, then all bets are off. He says, but until they do that, and again, I don't know if that's a matter of 100 years from now, or 20 years from now, or next week, right? Yeah, because we don't know, but that at least gave me some grounding to say, this is what you need to look for when they change that backing. Then we should really get scared. And I'm like, scared, but we ain't gonna get scared, but you know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, for sure. Your antennas, right? Your antennas should go.
And your antennas, and be mindful, because there's, the scripture says, be gentle as a lamb, but shrewd as a fox. Okay.
Yeah, you gotta know
what's going on. You gotta look at what you gotta use discernment about what's happening, and be able to make the money moves. And that's why I'm talking about money talks.
Right.
To do them in the right way that makes sense for you and your family, right? Because the other thing is, and hear me when I say this, y'all. We put all of our money in banks, and I'm not suggesting that we shouldn't, but there take some time to really look at how you can maneuver money through your insurance.
Exactly, and that's what the guy that I'm telling you. Matter of fact, his name is Brandon too.
Yeah,
the guy that I'm telling you about. Yeah, another Brandon. Yeah, a lot of Brandon. Yes, another Brandon.
Because the difference is,
the bank don't give you nothing on your
money. The bank is more riskier.
Yeah,
right.
Well,
they take our funds, and because the system changed, the fiat system changed. That is no longer under the golden. The gold is no longer the standard, which I guess has not been since 1974. Now they can just print money at random, right?
Yeah.
But insurance companies don't lend a dime beyond what they have. Right. Period. Point blank. Period. And so your money is a little bit more because they're a lot more protected because again they're doing these whole actuaries on people's lives and things like that. So it's very precise. So if you have an opportunity to do some sort of a fixed annuity that's tied to life insurance, look into that, and we'll talk about that some more.
Yeah, we'll talk about that on your show, and we also get Tracy back in because that's what she specializes in.
Yep. So just things
and Brandon as well, just things like she said, getting us prepared.
Gotta be prepared.
Because things are happening and we want to be prepared.
You want to be ready. You don't want to have to get ready.
Remember, this is the good news with Elder Miller and Dorian H. Nash.
Come on now. So all right. Let them know. We would be remiss if we didn't mention one other thing, and hopefully we can bring in our streaming guests after we're going to take a break.
Oh, yeah.
But on this, Aretha was just recently on the show.
Yeah.
She is having a like a variety show showcase this Saturday.
Is this Saturday?
Yes, this Saturday.
This
Saturday at the Kroc Center. I think tickets are still available. So you can go online and get your ticket through Eventbrite at the Kroc Center. It is called Season Variety Show. So guys, if you're interested and you want to have a good time, it's going to be a really, really fun night. We'll have, hopefully towards the end of the show, we'll have some more details about that as well. But I just wanted to give a shout out. Man, just us talking, it is already 7:30.
Say it ain't so.
All right. So listen, when we come back on the other side, hopefully we'll have our virtual guests. But even if we don't, we always do our say it no section. Say it ain't so section. Right. So we're excited about what that's going to be. So we'll see you on the other side in about 2 minutes.
Peace.
There's another person inside of you. A healthy person. A fit person screaming to get out. Time Fitness will help you find that fit person. Time Fitness clients eat to live, not live to eat. 95% of you dream of a flat stomach but have no clue on how to make that happen. Time Fitness is the master of making that stomach disappear. Want to look younger? Time Fitness. Isn't it time you take care of you? Contact us now for a free 2-pound protein powder meal replacement, 2 free guest passes, 1-time free Time Fitness t-shirt. Each client gets personal training guide and workout journal. Time Fitness will help you live a healthy lifestyle and improve your quality of life. www.tymefitness.com 773-458-5084. Living out of town? No problem. Time Fitness can still work with you each month. Ask us how. Time Fitness. www.timefitness.com.
It's time to introduce you to Time, T-Y-M-E, the guy who is unique and multi-talented and confident. The mission, to satisfy clients and give them the best service possible. Time is a person who gives 100% and is always laser focused. It's from motivational speaking, acting, modeling clothes, fitness coach, a live radio show talking about living a healthy lifestyle for life. Time is also an author, and not to mention an ordained deacon. Time is also a businessman that sells furs, minks, and leather coats. Time is a role model for the world. His biggest talent? Giving. Giving is an art, and Time is a charity called Cheerful Giver. God loves a cheerful giver, which by now you have figured out that Time is very creative and loves working with his toolbox, aka his mind. If you need Time services, contact 773-458-5084 or email thebody1 at yahoo.com. TYME. It's time.
All right. We are back. I just want to say one more thing before we get into our guests. Before the break, we mentioned Season. You can get your tickets through Eventbrite. Tickets are $15. The show is at 3 p.m. It's roughly like 3 to 5. But what I'm telling you, you guys are going to have an amazing time. Season is a TV show that's currently showed on Tubi. We have just been picked up for, I think, season 2. And so really excited about what that's going to be, as we get involved in these characters.
Right.
The tagline is "You lived your life, now live your dreams."
That's sweet.
And so it caters to people of a certain age. Okay. But the showcase in itself is for everybody. So you can bring friends, family, your kids. You're gonna have yourselves a good time.
Right.
3 p.m. and $15 for the ticket. I think one of the sponsors is the Southside Music Alliance, and it's at the Kroc Center. You know where that's at 1250 West 119th Street in Chicago.
Yes.
All right, I had to get that out there.
Oh yeah, for sure. And also too, she's so modest about it as well. She's been stretched in that lane as well. She's one of the helps write some of the season. So I'm speaking more success in that area.
I've been working as an assistant director on the show.
So that's pretty cool. So
again,
hopefully I might see my face on that one day.
Again, being pulled out my comfort zone.
Exactly. Yeah. So that'd be both of us. So,
okay, that's what it's all about.
All right.
So do we have who do we have? We got Kaylin. How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Oh, yes. Okay. All right. So just hold tight for us. We finna do our Say It Ain't So segment, son.
And he can certainly join in.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So here's what we want to talk about. And it's been on the news everywhere. If you haven't heard about it, then you've been asleep under a rock.
Right.
So last week in the Tennessee legislature, there was a protest going on by a group of young folks. And they came in protesting. And because, of course, they're after the shooting that had just taken place, that 3 9-year-olds were killed and a teacher was killed.
Right.
And so they came in saying, hey, listen, you guys have got to do some sort of reform on these gun laws. We're tired of being shot in our schools. We want to be safe. You got to do something. And it was initially to what seemed to be a deaf ear, right? Yeah. But within that legislature, 3 people stood up and said, hey, we side with you. We want to do some sort of gun control. We know this is ridiculous and all of that. From them doing that, Justin Johnson, Justin Pearson, and the third was a young a white woman of one of the pieces, and I can't think of her name. Yeah. They were sanctioned and threatened to be expelled. Well, not threatened. 2 of them happened to be the 2 black people, right? The 2 black men.
Just so happens.
Right. And then the third person was able to keep her seat. Because they stood with their constituents. Right. And what was said about them is that somehow their standing up with their constituents was somehow inciting chaos and a riot and violence, which was not the case at all. Right. And so it looks like they're going to get at least one immediately is going to get his seat back. Right. But let's talk about this. Say it ain't so.
That's right. Yeah. Right? Say it ain't so.
Why? What does it say?
We got a caller saying, Chris, what's that? Chris Halper?
He said it's not the guns, it's the mental illness and the game mentality. We need both parents in our homes. Yeah,
absolutely. I would agree.
I think we do. I think we need all of it. We need the parents in the home, and we do need reform on gun laws.
Oh, right? For sure.
We need that. If certain laws had been in place before some of these incidents, they should have never had access to the guns. Yeah. Right. Yeah. And I think there was one of the senators and the state senator said he tried to say it's not about the guns because they would say, why do you need an AK-47?
Right. Okay.
And he's like, well, what gun would you rather be shot with? How
right. Because he don't care.
And not, you don't even care about your consideration.
He's part of NRA.
So, probably getting paid, whatever.
Yeah, for sure.
We don't know this. We'll say allegedly. We don't know.
Yeah, right.
We don't know.
Views of the WBTC.
Okay. Yeah, so I know Kaylin might be a little bit distracted, and for those of you that don't know, Kaylin has been on the show. He's been on this show, I believe.
No, he hasn't been on my show.
But he's been on your mic check. He's been on the mic check before. He is a trainer. He has been a model, an actor, and he also happens to be your son.
Yeah, right. And he's a father.
A father.
Yeah.
So, Kaylin, welcome to the show. Thank you for taking some time out. I know you're actually he's at the
hospital.
You're at the hospital.
He's at the hospital with his brother.
So, thank you for just stepping out and taking a moment to talk with us. I don't know how much you heard as we were talking about the Say It Ain't So segment and the state legislature in Tennessee. But do you have any initial thoughts if you were able to hear anything?
Can you hear us?
He's on mute. Come off mute, Caleb.
In Tennessee, and obviously, I think that the Republican system is kind of messed up and crooked over there. How they decided to remove those people from their positions in the Congress over there, and they had the vote come down, and the vote. And one vote left one young white lady in, and I don't think that was fair either. I also heard that they're going to have to be reelected. I do think that vote will be reelected.
Be reinstated.
Reinstated.
Yeah. I think you Kaylin. That's it. Shares.
Yeah.
To mention that fact, really, what in the fact that they're going to get it anyway, right? Someone mentioned like prior to this whole incident, we didn't know about these two Justins,
right? Yeah, now,
right?
Yeah, absolutely.
And now, because of their, I'm just going to say, bigotry,
right?
Right? They have put these brothers on a national platform.
And it backfired on them.
It has truly backfired on them. And really, I'm thinking in my mind, what did they think was going to happen?
Right.
Did they think that they were going to expel these brothers and that we would go, well, okay.
Yeah, well, that's probably what they normally do. And that's why I'm thinking.
But that has never worked.
Yeah. But in their minds, they thought it would because they pushback. You know, they're not used to people. Because you got to think about it. I think I just said this to you before. When it happened to them kids in Wisconsin, I thought that the gun laws would definitely change then.
Sure.
But when they didn't change after that, there was, I think, two or three more. Sandy Hook. Sandy Hook. And then when the laws didn't change after that, you know, it happened like 3 other times.
Well, it's happened
many times. But I mean, you know, I'm saying, you know, not, you know. But anyway, the bottom line is that when it happened in those incidents and nothing changed, I said we in for a long haul. You know,
definitely so. Yeah. But I don't know. I don't know if the tide is changing just yet.
Yeah.
I hope so.
Yeah. Absolutely. Definitely. AR-15s. Who needs all that gunpowder?
Right.
First and foremost, and my thing is to, you know, make it to where these bullets are. You can't purchase bullets unless those bullets are registered to whoever's purchasing. You know what I'm saying? Because that way you definitely can find out who's doing the shooting and whatever like that. See, that is register bullets. Yeah, absolutely. Because those bullets can be linked to whoever. You can't sell bullets in the United States unless they're linked to whoever's purchasing.
Okay, but how does that work exactly? Because if I take the bullets out of this particular box,
they do them to the projectiles.
Yeah, but even still,
I'm thinking like, okay, so like when they make the bullet, on the back of the bullet, it has what kind of bullet it is, and I think it has a number on it, whatever.
Okay.
Well, guess what? Start engraving the actual bullet itself.
Well, at least
you know what I'm saying, with some type of.
You got to educate me on the bullets because when you shoot a gun,
the bullet, the
shell pops out.
Well, yeah, the shell will pop out, but then the bullet itself, the whatever pellet or whatever size that is, right?
But is it better to get the shell because that shell?
Well, they may run and keep their shell because all guns shells don't come out.
Got it.
You know what I'm saying?
Got it.
But the bottom line is that when they're using automatic guns, for the most part, they'll come out. And then if you get them, then such and such use this gun, blah blah blah. But also with the projectile, if I'm saying this right, the actual bullet, bullet part of that, maybe you put some type of number on that.
Some sort of coating.
Yeah, so because that way, if you pull it from somebody or it hits a wall or whatever like that, now you got this number or that only that matches my gun. or your gun. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
that people can be found doing these crimes, you know, and then make the crime make these crimes a little tougher. I mean, you know, laws tougher. I mean, law, yeah.
Well, I mean, I just find it's just so crazy to me how they thought that this was, you know, and we lost Caleb and
yeah, because
maybe they'll be able to come back in. Yeah, and if they come in and join back in, that's great. But I think that, you know, I was thinking about, you know, yesterday was Resurrection Sunday.
You right?
Right. And I was thinking about, now y'all just walk with me on this for a little bit. When Jesus came back, right? So what did they do when they put him in the ground? They had guards there to guard a dead body.
Yeah, the tomb. Yeah, put the big.
Since when do you need people to guard a dead body, right? But they did.
Right.
Right. And so, of course, we know that Jesus rose. Of course, we know that, you know, he went on to, you know, be with the Father. Right.
Mm-hmm.
And so within the word, don't they say, listen, just tell the people that the disciples stole the body. Right. Because they didn't want to admit that they lost a dead body. Because really, how do
they couldn't explain it. Well, they couldn't explain how the tomb was empty.
Right.
Right.
And so I'm trying to go somewhere. Y'all stay with me. So here they are trying to tell this lie that somehow the disciples stole the body. But it didn't work. They'd have done better had they not just showed up at all. If there had not been any witnesses there, right? And so that witness and those people that saw that, and you bring it to 2023, and I'm bringing it to these brothers here, as witness to say what you're doing is wrong, and then they tried to bury them. Come on now.
Right.
I'm sorry, y'all. This is on my spirit. They tried to bury them with lies. Say that they, you know, did what they didn't do. Right. And it didn't work.
Yeah, because the people stood with them.
The witnesses said, that's not what happened. Right. And so I guess my point is, when will we learn? When will people learn that when you're doing what is right, the righteous thing, sometimes it's always going to backfire.
Yeah.
It's always going to backfire.
Yeah.
So I just had to say that. I'm sorry.
No.
Get off my soapbox.
Right. No, that makes a lot of sense. But the bottom line is that they didn't think that they were going to get the support that they got either. You know what I'm saying? And so they basically had to bag up off of them and reinstate them. Because the people was like, look, y'all not finna do that. Yeah. You know, y'all not finna kick them off. Pretty much, y'all not finna kick them out. Because what they're standing for is what's right.
But that's my point, though. When you stand for righteousness.
Yeah, for sure. But you get persecuted as well. Look at Jesus.
Which is what they've been.
Exactly.
What they've been, you know, not that anyone is better than Jesus, because no one is. But when you take that stand, you're gonna
get some persecution. Yeah, absolutely. Because it was going against all of their beliefs and what they thought. Because for one, the NRA bags a lot of the stuff that's going on, right? Yeah. That's where they get a majority of their money from. You know, it's from the NRA. Yeah. And it's proven on all levels that the NRA is a whole nother, is a whole nother machine, right? Yeah. And whatever they say and whatever they got going on is usually bomb because they usually dish out the most money. Had,
so much money that they're basically just bankrolling these senators.
Yeah, for sure.
These state legislatures.
So judges, all that.
Yeah, so they have them in their pocket, which again, there needs to be gun reform, there needs to be campaign reform, there needs to be, and again, I think a lot of times people just find another way to do evil. Yeah. You change it on one end and they'll find
another way. Yeah.
But it is what it is. But we have to try.
Yeah, for sure. Well, more difficult. We got a lot of work ahead of us. I mean, even when we the segue, when we're talking about say it ain't so, man, I'm just thinking of what is the answer. And you all please help me with this when you let me know what you think about this.
Sure.
What do when you think about the direction that we're going now, when we're talking about the good news with Elder Miller, and I'm talking, when I say what direction we're going, I'm talking about as far as what do you think that we can do to actually help our future? And then when I say future, I'm talking about our young children, our young adults, right?
Yeah.
What is it that you think that we can do to try to help the next generation, so that we won't have so much catastrophic things, like the violence and things that we got going on. What do you think that we can do to change the demographics of that?
Well, that's a loaded question. No pun intended.
Yeah.
But I think, but it is layered, right?
Mm-hmm.
What encouraged me is that so many young people went down to that legislature to say the same right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what. Yep. Go ahead. Right? That's why I was. Yeah.
And then on top of that, these two young brothers that stood up and said, "You're right. We need to do something differently." Mm-hmm. So it gave me hope in what could be and what should be, right? Yeah. Because that is the future, and if they're standing up, then we have to then support them.
For sure.
Right.
For sure.
So that's one aspect of it. I think just calling a spade again, no pun intended, but it's all layered. Looking at our healthcare system, our penal system, our mental health systems.
Yeah, what
they all need to be reevaluated.
Absolutely.
And equitable. That allows for people to get real help.
Yeah, right. That's part of where I was going with it. And I think one of the listeners said something about the mental health part too, and then it talked about for the parents, being home to parent. Now we all know that it could be a situation too where both the parents can be in the house, but they're still our parenting, right?
Sure.
So we need to say that we need to get back to parenting. We need to get back to finding out what our kids are doing. We need to start getting back to, don't close these doors over here. You ain't bought no bills. Leave that door open. You know what I'm saying? We need to really be finding out what our kids are really creating a village. Right? Oh, absolutely. Yeah. And get back to it's okay if somebody say something to your child.
Yeah.
Because that's one of the main reasons why a lot of people don't say them to nobody else's kid. Because now you got to fight these days.
Oh, you might lose your life.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. You say something to somebody's kids these days, and people will rail up on you,
Well, I mean, I see it on both sides because obviously there's some people that have taken it too far.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
And I get it. But there has to be a balance.
Yeah.
Right. So I think probably our generation was probably the last generation where you could say something to the kids.
Yeah.
Right. But I find myself now, having my daughters and them coming up.
Right.
It is challenging sometimes because if you come at me crazy, you might get crazy back.
Right. Okay? Yeah.
But if you come at me reasonable, hey, let me talk to you about your daughter and this or whatever. Right. I've had those conversations, and we can make adjustments. We can say, you know what? Yeah. But also, here's the other thing. Sometimes people just want to say some stuff, right? Because I don't know about you, but you, I'm not saying 100%, but 99.99. When stuff is brought to you about your kid, you know if your kid did it or not.
Oh yeah,
right.
Yeah, because
you can just look at the body of evidence. You're right. Nah, I don't even seem like him. Right. He don't do that. Right. Now, if you had said he had done X, Y, and Z all day long, right. Yeah. And being able to have that discernment, but that requires you being involved in your kid's life.
Exactly. But like I said, back to parenting. Yeah. Because we got a lot of people that don't even know what their kids are into. They don't even know what their kids are doing.
Don't know their friends.
Yeah. And heck, these days they don't even know if they're going to school.
Yeah.
Right. Because if you think about it, the crime right now, we got a really crime spree from 11, 12, 13, and 14-year-olds. Right. And these crimes that they're committing is during the day. So, and the thing about it is the system has dropped them. And the reason I say the system has dropped them and their parents, because a lot of times the parents don't even know that they aren't going to school, and the system don't even care that they're not going to school.
And don't alert the parents.
Yeah, and don't exactly. So that's sad in itself. And that's the part where we're losing that, because if you thinking that your kid is in school, getting the education, which they should be, but the school is not notifying them that they haven't been to school in years, because that's what it's been. For the pandemic, man, I know some teachers that was saying, man, I didn't even know this kid was in my class.
Yeah.
3 years that went by. The kid, and here's the thing.
And see, that kid's gonna end up somewhere, probably in the penal system or in the graveyard.
6 feet deep.
Okay.
Yeah, it's unfortunate.
The education is a determinant factor in terms of which direction
you're gonna go.
Which direction you're gonna go.
Yeah.
Before we get out of here, and our producer has been so diligent in putting up on the screen the time to vote for the Stellar Awards.
Yes.
So please get out there and vote. Please get out there and let your voice be heard.
Yes.
We know that you are, and we thank you so much for enjoying this content, not only from us, but from all of the people that have shows here at WVTC. And we just want to keep this going as the radio station of the year.
Yes.
So please, tonight is the last night to vote. We also saw across the screen for the travel agency.
Yes.
So we want to give a shout out for that.
Yes, for my
in terms
wife.
of, if you're looking to travel, if you say, you know what, I really do I need to talk to somebody, because a lot of times you can go online and you can
somebody with experience,
but you need somebody with experience. Somebody who, I had a friend that just went to Paris just recently, and they said, it was a horrible trip because what it seemed like had done, it wasn't planned out. They just went online, got a trip, and then went to Paris and really didn't know where to go, what to do, and all of that, and it wasn't as good as it could have been.
Thank you for that testimony, because and that's why you want to get with Stella Travels. Because everything that my wife does, she does it with love. And as a matter of fact, one of my cousins just came back from a cruise. And if you go to her website or her page, you will see that testimony on there. She just sent my cousin on a cruise.
It makes a difference.
And they said it was bomb because everything, she planned out everything for it.
Yeah.
And they were able to go. Oh, for sure. Especially when you go in a different place, like you going out the country and stuff like that.
Absolutely.
You may not know what to look for. You may not know what to do. But guess what? That's why you need an experienced travel agent. And just like you hit the nail on the head for a lot of people. A lot of people may go to those websites and they'll book certain things and not knowing what comes with them, what they have to do when they get. See, they don't think about that part. They just think about, what, let me go pay. Exactly.
How much it costs. Exactly. It's a cheaper way to go. And don't get me wrong, we want you to be frugal.
Yeah, for sure.
But we want you to still have fun in that thing. You can be frugal and still have a lot of fun if you have that special touch with the travel agent. So
please.
Please, see the number on the screen, give a call, give a shout out.
Yes.
If you're looking to make some travel plans, please. And again, like we can't stress enough, tonight is the last night to vote. If you have not voted, we need you to, push on through while this broadcast is happening and go to thestellarawards.com, look for section 5, vote for WVTC Gospel Radio as the radio station of
section 5.
Yes, radio station, the internet radio station of the year.
Yeah.
So we need your support, and we thank you in advance for that support.
Yes.
This hour always flies by. I mean, it's like I go, good evening, and then we're saying good night. But again, this is, even in this hour, just talking about, we've talked about a lot of stuff tonight.
Yeah.
And we hope that you guys again continue to enjoy this time, and that we have. We get to see you next week. We'll have another guest.
We'll have in studio.
In studio, and we're just glad to be in the studio again.
Yeah, for sure. We should have, as long as his schedule allows him to be, and we'll have in my brother Gerald Baker.
Okay.
He just started a tech company, so we definitely want to get him in there, because if you're looking to get an iPad or you looking to get something fixed, this brother is the one you want to see to do that.
See, listen, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, entrepreneurship. You know what I'm saying? And that's what we here. We here to hope you. We're not here to help you. Remember that, you all, because help is temporal, hope is eternal.
Come on,
remember that, you all. As we get ready to get out of here tonight, any closing remarks, sis?
Well, we didn't set it all. Hey, Brandon says, I really enjoyed the show. Y'all are true blessings.
Oh, you are too, son. Thank you, man. Appreciate you, man. Much love.
All right.
Send my love to everyone, please.
Absolutely. So listen, we're about the hour has ended. Hey, you all, thanks for listening. We will see you next week.
Yeah.
And as always, just thank you again for your support.
Yeah.
Get out there and vote.
Please.
All right.
Peace and hair grease.
Peace and hair grease.
Much love. Thank you for your prayers and your support.
All right. Good night, y'all.
Hi, I'm Sandy Rose.
Hi, I'm Pastor William James, and we're the owners of WVTC Gospel Radio Network.
And I'm Ramon Perry, president of WVTC.
WVTC Gospel Radio Network is again a candidate for the Stellar Gospel Music Awards for Internet Radio Station of the Year, and we need your vote.
Go to www.thestellarawards.com and click on the 2023 Radio Station Awards ballot.
Once you're on the ballot, look for the category Internet Radio Station of the Year and cast your vote for WVTC Gospel Radio Network. You must vote in every category for the ballot to count.
Voting is limited to 2 per household, and voting closes on April 10th. We thank you for voting for WVTC Gospel Radio Network, and we ask that God's choicest blessings be upon you and your household.
Remember, we're WVTC Gospel Radio Network, where
we're winning.